Welcome to our latest Fix to Sell project in Scottsdale. Before I take you inside and show you around, let me tell you a little bit about the condition it was in when I first showed up. First of all, this was all covered with a big blue tarp. Second of all, that was all covered in old looking stone, and there wasn't even a third car garage. And lastly, that whole part of the house didn't even exist. So come on in, let me show you what we did. So when I first walked in this house, there's a table saw sitting here and some plans. Yes, that fireplace was there, but it was just framed in the middle of the room. And this was all just drywall with a big sheet hanging over this opening here. Because going through the sheet, that's how you would come into what was the existing kitchen. And this was the existing kitchen. So once we built this half of the house back on, we knew we needed to add an office. A lot of people work from home these days. So we created a nice office. It's got an outdoor entrance. And then, of course, a really nice master. So once we started looking at how we're gonna put a nice primary suite together, we wanted to get the highest ceilings we could. We wanted to get the most light we could. We wanted to get as big a room as we could. We wanted to have real wood floors. We wanted to make this master just as beautiful as possible. So once we did the primary suite, we wanted to make sure that the bathroom was just 5-star. So we went with a really nice flooring. We carried it into the closets, both his and hers. And then we put together just a really nice shower. Again, trying to make this as 5-star as possible for this part of town. So once we came into this house and we realized that literally everything from this wall back needed to be tore down and rebuilt and add more. So how do we get a great office? How do we get a great master bedroom? How do we get an incredible kitchen? It all starts with go from this wall, tear it all down and build it back and build it beautiful. So we knew we had something to work with here, but realistically, everything that was from about here back was terrible. Little bitty 10-foot rooms, one little Jack and Jill bathroom. So we just tore it all off. All this had to go away and get rebuilt. So we used these scissor trusses to carry this nice vaulted ceiling and come in here where we could make a really nice big grand kitchen, knowing that at this level of home, you've got to have a high-end kitchen, and that little kitchen just wasn't going to do it. You know, a lot of times people flip a house and they just do carpet, paint, maybe new cabinets or countertops, but they don't think about the outside. Here, we spent over $30,000 to make the outside match how beautiful the inside is. So when I first walk in, there's an island right here. The kitchen sink is right there. This is actually the original ceiling height for the kitchen cabinets. And these are original cabinets that we actually kept. So you can see how we had small uppers, a low ceiling, and this kitchen was just never gonna pull what we wanted to see this house become. So one of the things we've learned over the years is the value of livable square footage. This house is over $500 a square foot, and yet this room we're standing in was part of the garage. This was actually his workshop, and we knew we could capture livable square footage, make this have a bathroom that's gonna work as an ensuite and be so much more valuable than a workshop. Another thing I've noticed over the years is that every woman wants a laundry room that she can have, not be messy for everybody to see. So can she hang clothes to dry? Can she put an extra fridge in there? Is there a sink? Is there enough cabinet space or counter space? Can she close the door? So giving a woman a really luxurious laundry room is a huge plus. One of the first things I noticed was that this is a 2-car garage house. There's no way in the world we're gonna get over $1.5 million for a 2-car garage house in Scottsdale. So this workshop that he had, we added a garage door, we closed that off so we could add a bedroom, and now we have a 3-car garage. It's also air conditioned and insulated. You know, sometimes people ask me about our Fix to Sell program. This property is a prime example. Riker, remember when we came here to buy the house?
I do, yeah. I talked to him on the phone first and like when we came to meet with him, he had told us he'd been working on this house for 14 years. He had half the house, taped off so that his family was living here through it, and they were finally done with it. So they called us in and said, hey, I want to get this house done, but I don't want to sell for cash. I want to move it to the end of the rainbow. So he called us in.
I met with him and said, listen, I can bring the cash, I can bring the crews. I have to have complete design control, but I'll make this house beautiful, and when we sell it at the end, you and I will split the profit. When we first took this project on, we knew we needed shade. So we built this covered patio for dining. We got this ramada with a mister system for a shaded sitting area when you're sitting by the pool. Refinished the pool, made it all perfect. The fire pit, the barbecue, everything you need for that real resort style backyard. That's what Arizona's all about.